do these classes anytime. I will be with you really shortly while I get my final little bits of technology set up, which will give you time to go and grab your mat and your block and your bolster and whatever else you might need for your class, while I just get the final couple of things finished off here. All the different things I have to tap and press and say and do while I move this over here onto the other screen. There we go. And I can see I've got green bars, so things are working, and I'm going to press go live there and go live there. All right, let's head on down. It's very fluffy. Ugh. Arriving in your comfortable seat, cross-legged. It took me forever to sort out all of these cords and cables today, some of which feel like they're gripping onto me. Anyway, not to worry. So a little lunchtime flow here. One more button to press. Okay, there we go. All right. Cross-legged, comfortable seat, sitting on a prop, elevated through the hips, crown of head lifted. Close down your eyes and start to find a few deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just sighing it out. Big breath in through the nose. You're filling up with that breath from the universe, full of uplift, full of energy, full of vitality, full of vibrancy. And with the exhale breath, just melt away any stress or fatigue, any worries or concerns, and just remind yourself and thank yourself for carving out a few moments in your day just to do something really valuable for your body's nervous system. Inhale through the nose, big breath, making it smooth and even. Samavayu, that concept of just like equal breath. And then with your exhale breath, you just smooth it all out. So we're thinking here about how the corners of our body can become quite rigid. And how can we smooth out those angles? And it's the breath that helps do that. And just allowing those angular parts just to become smoothed out, to be rounded out, to be softened. And with your awareness, as though you're a camera person out in front of yourself, filming back, just take that camera around your body. It's almost like one of those heat-seeking cameras. Is there areas where it can identify perhaps a little bit of stickiness, perhaps a little bit of gooiness, perhaps a little bit of resistance? And in doing so, it may also be able to recognize areas where there's this freedom to flow, there's rhythm and movement. And those sentiments, although they may be opposite, they can be harmonized. And that's the concept of the word yoga, is to unite, to harmonize, to draw together in its most simplistic form. It's more an encouragement here, more of a compassionate mindset, just to remember that perhaps you do have an injury. Perhaps you do have something that's creating some tension. Often that's stress, often that's fatigue, often that's our society, that's our tendency here to feel the weight of gravity, the weight of the world on our shoulders. There's a lot going on, a lot of distraction, a lot of stress. If you make the mistake of turning on the news, it can be incredibly escalating to your nervous system, whether you call it news or not anymore. And just allow these few moments here for yourself to come back to that inner wisdom, that beautiful light. And perhaps now we can drift the hands into the heart space at Namaskar Mudra and draw the chin towards the chest. And in this moment, we just say thank you. Thank you to the technology that allows us to connect like this. Thank you to yourself for your time in the day that you've managed to cultivate for your practice. And let's begin with an Om. Inhale through your nose. Big breath in together. And an open mouth. Sigh it out. Rub your hands together and create some beautiful friction and heat. Ignite your inner Agni here. Spark the furnace of Manipura chakra, the third chakra, the chakra of doing. And as that heat starts to generate, place the hands over the eyes and absorb the nourishment of the warmth from the palms into the eyes, into the third eye, and feel into the wisdom. And as you peel the hands away from your eyes, just flutter the eyes open and arrive in your space. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Place your left hand on your left knee. Nadi Shodhana Pranayama or Kriya technique here. Peace fingers right hand to third eye. Using your thumb and your ring finger to alternate the breath through the nostrils. The exhale is a pump at the navel center so that you're forcefully exhaling the breath out. And the inhale is quite passive. Close the right nostril, inhale through your left. Close the left nostril, exhale with a pump out your right nostril. Close the right, reopen the left and inhale. Close the left, reopen the right and pump, exhale. Nice. So moving now through this. Inhale left, exhale right. I'll tell you to switch in a moment. So inhale left, exhale right. Here we go. Last few. Now pause as you inhale through both nostrils and exhale through both nostrils. So this breath is a concept where we're encouraging the solar and the lunar channels of the body to float up through the torso, up to the crown of the head, and start to polish the mind, free of the negative, free of the limiting beliefs, the lies we tell ourselves. So let's move through the other side now. So close your left nostril, inhale right. Close right, exhale left with a little pump at your belly button. Close the left, inhale right. Close the right, exhale the left. Let's go through that now. Good job. Both hands down on the knees. Just take a moment now to integrate. Recognize how the spine feels energized. There's an energy moving upwards in the direction of more prosperity, joy, and happiness. And as those energies, the solar and lunar currents of the body, the Ida and Pingala, begin to arrive at the brain and they polish the brain, they remove the stickiness and the obstacles. So let's continue with Ida and Pingala channels by interlacing the hands behind your head, elbows are wide. This is a breathwork technique. As you twist to the right, inhale through your nose, and then as you twist to your left, exhale out the mouth with an O shape. So inhale to the right as you twist, and exhale to the left, O shape with the mouth. Your eyes are open and you're looking on the horizon. Let's move. keep going. This grinding at your navel center is helping to stoke the fire of Manipura chakra, allowing that furnace to become engaged, transformative, and uplifting. That energy is rising, and as it rises, it moves through all of our limitations and helps us clarify the lens that we see ourselves with. So inhale right, exhale left. Next time you twist to the left, pause there, hold. Tune into how you might feel a little dizzy, a little breathless. That exhale breath is quite forceful, and it is about encouraging you to drop into the void, the shunya. Let's inhale left and exhale right. Next time you twist to the right, stay there. Come back through your center and hold for a moment. Focus on the horizon. Let your drishti be your guide here as you recognize the grounding through the sit bones and the lift through your crown of head. Cactus the arms now. On an inhale, retract shoulder blades. Open the throat, widen the collarbones. And then with your exhale, shh. As you dome your back, draw your elbows towards belly button and fist the hands. So inhale. Open up, peel up, retract shoulder blades, widen collarbones. Exhale, dome back, C-shaped spine, chin to chest, hug it all in. So inhale, peel up, open up. And that's extension, and then contraction, draw in, round, elbows towards groin. So inhale, open up, extend, lift and rise. Exhale, draw in, elbows in, chin to chest. So move through the spine now. So up on the inhale and contract on the exhale. Two more. One more. Next time you peel the hands open into that cactus expression. This is a Kundalini technique encouraging that solar lunar channel, the masculine feminine channel, the right and the left. These are the polar opposite channels which we want to encourage to harmonize. So as you twist to the right, you recite out loud as you wish, Shiva. So this is like the big warm hug of existence and the stillness. And to the left is Shakti. So even though you've never heard her speak, you recognize her in the beat of your heart, the flow of the river, the green in the trees, the blue in the sky, right? So as we twist to the right out loud, it's Shiva. And as we twist to the left, it's Shakti. So right Shiva, left Shakti. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva. 10 more. Shiva, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva. Shakti Shiva, 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 Shakti. Arms up, extend the arms, hug the thumbs in, interlace the fingers over the top. Ego conqueror here. Ground down through Muladhara chakra, so feel really earthy here. Tone through the pelvic bowl and tune into the Svadhisthana chakra. And then as the engagement at the core helps radiate the energy from the center, allow that to be through Manipura chakra. As the arms extend and gravity bears down, tone through the shoulders. Feel the energy in the shoulders and let that be transformative. Let the lift encourage you in the direction of more prosperity, more strength, more self-awareness. Focus on the horizon. Look forward. Ground down through the sit bones and recognize that you can do this. You can conquer expressions of difficulty, expressions of grittiness, expressions of uncomfortableness, because you are strong. You're capable, you're stable, you're steady, and you're focused. Let's hold here for another 10 breaths. Ego conqueror, let yoga show up when you want to get out. When you want to get out, that's when you're giving up. And when you give up, it's a distraction. And it's the ego saying, well, this is boring. I want to do something else. Let's move on. What's the new shiny object? But you can conquer this. You can stay with it. You can focus on the horizon. And you can show up for yourself for another 5 breaths. Yoga breaths are slower than your normal breaths, so we're going to stay here. Well done for showing up today in your practice. Lower the hands down onto your knees and just take a moment in your seat. Feel the flush of energy back down through the channels in your arms from the warmth in your shoulders. The blood was there, maintaining the tone in the muscles and helping you keep the arms out, extended against the forces of gravity. So as you sit here, feel how those fresh channels of energy are flowing nutrient-rich blood, fluids, into all of those sections of the arms, freshening it up, clearing out the grittiness, clearing out the obstacles. Well done. Let's make our way into our all fours position. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Removing your props off to one side. Inhale through the cow spine as you ground the toenails, tilt the tailbone up and look up. And then with your exhale breath, press through the mat and the shins and round the back into a cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Now see if you can isolate the movement through your pelvic bowl as you anteriorly and posteriorly tilt your pelvic bowl. It will start to fluidly prepare your spine with the movement that is coming and coordinate it with your breath. So inhale, cow, and exhale, the cat. Turn this into sexy cat here, which is an intuitive, natural movements that help target areas of stickiness, areas of resistance. There's this natural feline playfulness here, and there's this ability to get funky in the wrists and the elbows as you move the arms and the shoulders and the hips and the knees and the toes. If you're on your lunch break, this class will probably only last another 15 minutes. Could be a good one just to tune up. Get out of the chair, right? The coffin of the chair. Coming to our tabletop position, feel into the mat, feel into the shoulders, engage through the width of the upper back. Lift the thumbs, then lift the palms and come forward onto 4 fingers of each hand. Hinged at your first row of knuckles, lift and lower the palms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms down, thumbs down, sway the head from left to right. Place the hands, a whole handprint further down your mat away from you. Tuck your toes and send your hips back towards your heels. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. As you feel into that row of knuckles, widen the fingers, neutral the wrists, and neutral the elbows, but lots of engagement at your shoulders. Widen the space across your upper back and let the head hang heavy. Look back at your feet. And as you do that, pedal the feet. Windscreen wiper the heels, move around through the lower limbs as you find the stability in the upper body. From the hips to the fingertips is engagement, is length, and high heels and bent knees is totally fine, especially if hamstrings and gluteals are a little tight here. Holding for 3, for 2. Now prepare on an inhale breath, and with your exhale breath, slowly walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. No need to rush. Upon arrival, hands on shins, halfway lift, crown of head forward, inhale. And then bend the knees, tummy on the thighs, exhale breath, hold the elbows, and nod and sway and bounce and move. Be okay with a bit of rhythm here of playfulness, of joyfulness, of movement in the direction of more, abundance, joy, and happiness. Uncross, recross your elbows in the awkward, unusual way, so you just tone up through the opposites, right? You can just see them as opposites. You always do the same thing. We think about the same things every day. We worry about the same things. We talk about the same things. And we always set off in our path with the same foot. And you just need to be aware, and how can you adapt and change? Dangle the arms, chin to chest, roll up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone, arriving in a standing position, a mountain pose, chin drawn to chest, rolling shoulders to ears, setting yourself up here from the ground up. Feel through the soles of the feet, feel into the muscles of the legs. Hands at heart, Namaskar Mudra. Take a moment, take a breath here. And then on an inhale breath, take your hands up and wide and overhead to the sky. Big breath, inhale. And then with your exhale breath, return to the earth and have a lovely little flow. A few little Surya Namaskars here. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of head forward. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to high plank. Hold the high plank, long and strong. So same alignment as your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Look forward and away, nothing underneath you here. The future is out in front of us. The past is where the feet are. So let's maintain that awareness in the direction of more abundance, joy, and creativity, as well as we all know the universe is expanding. It's not contracting. We want to find that movement towards more. Lower the knees, lower the chest and the chin, and then slither forward into your cobra. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath through tabletop, tuck toes, downward facing dog, hips to sky, chest to thighs. Take a breath in to prepare, and then with your exhale breath, walk forward to the top of your mat. Hands on shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sky, up and overhead, reach and rise. Through to heart center, exhale, breath, reconnect, recenter, retool. Inhale, up to sky, big breath in. And then exhale back to earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot back this time, right foot back follows. So high plank here, holding, pressing away, looking forward and away. Lower knees, keep the toes tucked, chest and chin, and then slither through. Maybe we take our hands wide onto the flooring here and take a striking cobra, a bigger lift. With your exhale breath, you return to the earth. Hands under shoulders, come back through to downward facing dog, Adho and Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, breath, prepare. Exhale, walk forward. Let's go a little quicker now. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Uttanasana, forward fold, exhale. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale, breath up to sky. Namaskar Mudra, heart center, exhale. Inhale, sky. And exhale, earth. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to high plank. Your knees, chest, chin to cobra, or high plank to low plank. Roll over onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Drive the heel back. Square your shoulders and firm the row of knuckles into the mat. Heel to butt, knee to nose. Step the right foot to right thumb. Open twist, right hand reaches up to sky. Lower right hand down. Lower left knee down gently. Walk hands back. Come onto the front of your thigh. Proud the chest and hold for 3 breaths. Ground the front heel. 4 corners of the foot, even spread of weight across that sole of foot. And feel the toenails at the back of the mat. Spread them evenly down. Rise up with the tone of the abdominals and lift from your lowest ribs. Take hand around left wrist and bend over to the right, lengthening from the left knee to left fingertips. Maybe you can peek under left armpit and hold for 2. And for 1, lower the hands down, frame the front foot, tuck back toes, step the right foot back, high plank, low plank, exhale. Inhale, back bend of your choice, upward facing dog, and then back to downward facing dog. Let's do that on the left. So inhale, left leg lift, drive left heel back, square the shoulders, tone the abdominals in and up. Heel to butt first, exhale breath. Knee to nose second, step left foot forward. Open twist, left hand up to ceiling, rotating to the left. Lower left hand down, lower right knee down, gently and softly. Untuck back toes. Hands come to front thigh. And proud the chest. Lengthen the heart, lift it. Widen the space between the collarbones. Next inhale, we rise. Reach up, hold, pause, breathe, focus. Feel the mat, the texture of it under that front foot, and feel the toenails press down. Hold right wrist up and bend to the left. For 2. And for 1, arms up, reach up, rise up. Lower the hands down. Step the back foot forward. Yogi squat. Hands forward, reach forward, or take your hands behind you. Sit down on your buttocks. Cross the legs. Come into your seat. If you would like to grab a cushion, feel free to take a cushion here. Hands on the knees. Close down the eyes. This environment in which I find myself in, filming from home and on social media live, means that the classes don't flow perhaps as they would in real life. Keeping people engaged, even having people turn up, it's a challenge. But hopefully someone somewhere has taken something and enjoyed themselves and found something about themselves along the way, as this is a practice that should be for the life, not just for the moment. And as you take a moment now to recognize how your body feels. At the start of class, we went like a camera person out in front of ourselves, doing a 360, recognizing areas that were feeling a little resistant. Or we even noticed those areas that felt really engaged and excited, full of rhythm and potential. Well, hopefully there's a sense of harmonization and balance. As your hands come to heart center and draw your chin towards your chest. Thanks for showing up today. Thanks for practicing. I heard a bit of activity on TikTok. As always, it's the community that rewards me and thanks me and always shows up with vastly more people than any of the other American social media platforms. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for all of the kind things that you do send my way, which I very much appreciate. Thumbs to the third eye, chin to chest. Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my actions and the actions of yourself encourage others to tune into their own freedom and help the world to be less stressful, to navigate it with more equipoise. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thanks for your practice today. I hope you have had a nice time and enjoyed yourself. Appreciate it. As always, you can catch me on my YouTube channels. There's a full version of this over there as well. But for now, today, thank you very much. You can always check me out on my other social media channels. Very much appreciate the follows and the time you spend with me. But I'll catch you again real soon. Oh, there's Bree. Last minute, Bree. Hello. Or have you been here the whole time? Your first comment today is from Bree. No. Yes, you missed it. Yeah, that's. It's on my YouTube channel. So, yeah, you can go and practice over there if you like. When is the next class? Tomorrow morning. Are you Queensland time? So way too early for you, hun. 5 o'clock in the morning, probably. I hope you're safe up there, by the way, and everything's going okay. But yeah, as I said, you can always catch me on my other platforms. They're all pre-recorded, re-recorded, whatever. Oh, I've got somebody on YouTube watching me as well. Okay. When is next? Have a good one, everybody. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Someone sent me some love. I don't know who that was. Bye for now. Oh, I haven't finished the live stream, whoever that is over there. What does the multi-stream do? When I hit that. Stream chat. Enter chat message. Hi, what happens when I do that? Send. Oh, Stereo Yoga. Hi. I wonder where that ends up. Looks like it's on Facebook and on YouTube.